Hi everybody, welcome back another Kubernetes Lambda example. In this video, we're going to talk a little bit about how to manage your secret information with the Kubernetes secret manifesto resources. Let's get started. So first of all, what is a secret? You might need to store like a sensitive information. It's a little bit similar thing key and value computation like a compute in Kubernetes. But sometimes you need to store sensitive information such as DBMS password or credential, something like that. And the more important thing is you don't need to store that kind of information on your application code, like a Java property or YAML file or something like that. You just wanted to get rid of that information from your application code, which allows you have to maintain separately the information is more static information with keep changing your application code. In order to do that, the Kubernetes secret allows you can have that kind of capability. As you can see the right side, the secret manifesto here, you need to specify with the kind object with the secret, and then you are multiple ways to create your secret information here. So basically the definition of a secret, the small amount of sensitive data such as a password and like a token and the key credential. It's a little bit similar like a compute, but it's specifically for the confidential data. Okay, so how to manage and create and update the secret file? So basically, there are three different ways to manage your secret on Kubernetes. First of all, you can use a kubectl, and also you can create your YAML file, like a compilation file, and then you can also use the customized tool, generate a multiple compilation secret at the same time with the generator artifact. So we're gonna use kubectl in this demo and the Lumbai example. Okay, let's get right into the example how it works. Today I'm going to use Developer Sandbox by Red Hat, which is for free for developers. You could just sign it up and then use the free one package, the Kubernetes cluster. So I just created a new project like a dev, a DOH-dev project as a namespace. You can see any resources deployed at this moment. And then when you go to create menu, and then you can find a bunch of secret already created, but I will create a new credential based on new DB credential secret just a little bit later. So it's a great developer sandbox to provide graphical UI. So I'm going to use the kubectl command line to create a new secret. As you can see, I'm going to create a new secret, the name, the db-credentials, and you can actually import from file, but also you can just specify your credential information with the literal. I print my DB credential username admin and the password secret. Once I create a new secret, when you go back to developer sandbox, now you can see DB credential secret just created. And then you can review the actual value, username and password. It's a pretty great graphical UI for developer to figure out the username password. All right, so here's my Java application based on Quarkus. So now, we just create the secret information on Kubernetes. And now, for developer standpoint, how to use that, how to report that secret information from my application side, because that's information not stored locally on my application project. So the Quarkus provide really good extension, like a Maven project, a Quarkus Kubernetes config extension, or a Maven dependency, which allows developer to refers to existing secret in a remote Kubernetes cluster. Really good. In the meantime, you can actually define the secret based on YAML file, as I mentioned earlier in the slide deck. It's a simple way that you can pass or username you can specify. But we don't need to use that YAML file because we already created the secret based on kubectl. So here's my simple RESTful API application, like a just endpoint hello and a return welcome Kubernetes by example. And now I'm going to need to add one more method. With that, I just use a compute property annotation, which allows me to access the specific key, like a username and password from secret. And now I'm going to copy existing method and just a little bit update with a new endpoint, like a security based on hello. And I'm going to return the username password which refers to secret on Kubernetes. So just create a new hash map and just put the map information with the key embedded, let's say db.username, and from the secret username, and another key is a db password from secret password. I'm going to return the map, select a JSON format. And then here's your important part. You need to add to configuration your application properly, your Java framework with Quarkus. To see, I just need to enable the secret, and also the secret name exactly same as I already created in kubectl db-secret. The two configuration allows Java developer to report remote Kubernetes secret file when we deploy this application to Kubernetes with the same namespace. I'm going to use Quarkus CLI to deploy this application after containerize it in the packaging application like a job file and then container image and deploy the Kubernetes. As you can see, there's a nice beauty of the Quarkus icon here. When you click on the view logs and the runtime environment, the Quarkus application just running with a few extension and the release the version to 7.1. And then I'm gonna go to copy the REST API endpoint here about URL, and then paste it in terminal window to access the endpoint, the default endpoint hello, and then you can see the hello Kubernetes run by example. Now we're gonna try to access another security endpoint to reset the access to DB name and password here. So now as you can see, the DB password secret, DB username, and admin, which is exactly the same variable in the secret object on Kubernetes. So pretty simple for Java developer to access and report to existing credential and sensitive information from secret on Kubernetes, rather than define the sensitive information inside the application side. Thanks for watching. Hope you see in the next Lumbye example. Have a good rest of the day.